Defying all expectations, FC Vaduz are in the Swiss Super League Championship group and, after a stonking win over FC Utrecht, into the Europa Conference League round of 16 as well. And it's only our second season. But those achievements were in spite of some underlying problems. A run of 8 games without a win in the league, and several key players out injured or struggling for fitness. But let's put those worries to the side for a moment as we continue our crazy Conference League run against Fenerbahce. The Turkish Giants would be tough competition, especially with this new addition to their defensive lineup, but we were not awed by the star power Phil Jones brought to the team as we took an early lead thanks to superstar youngster Lorenzo Krauss. The visitors would soon be back on level terms as João Pedro equalised midway through the first half, but a well-worked set piece and Krauss restored our lead just before half-time. We couldn't. Could we? Well, it turns out, no, we could not, as Emre Mor went full Maradona on us with this goal. And somebody please cue the comedy clown sound effects. There we go, as we somehow went behind this goal. And then Emre Mor finished us off with a late strike. We also finished ourselves off, Fabio Fair getting injured while making a tackle, and Dario Ulrich further adding to our injury woes as he pulled up late on. They would have been suspended anyway, but other suspensions and injuries made a second leg comeback unlikely. In front of a packed Shukru Sarajevo Stadium, an early goal for the hosts made it even less likely. Credit to the boys though, as they didn't give up, and we were soon back on level terms on the night at least, thanks to Lorenzo Krauss. But ultimately, we would lose 2-1 on the night and 6-3 on aggregate. But I'm sure you'll agree, a lot to be proud of in that European run. Not much to be proud of, though, in the Championship group as we lost our first 2 games, leaving us firmly rooted in 6th place. And we wrapped up a winless month with a 1-0 defeat away to Lugano. April came with a change of fortunes, though, as an early penalty, calmly converted, and a lucky bounce gave us a 2-0 win over Luzern, both goals from Tunahan Cicek, who is now leading the Super League scoring charts. Draws with St. Gallen and Young Boys followed, before a run of 3 wins on the trot, including a massive 5-1 away to Luzern and a 4-2 home win over champions-elect Lugano. We went into our final match of the season against St. Gallen needing to better Luzern's result to move off a bottom spot in that championship group. The action was fast and furious as we led twice, only to find ourselves 3-2 down late on. Fabio Fair would once again be the man though, with an injury time equaliser. That 3-3 draw proving just about enough to earn us 5th place in the table. And look at that, we could have jumped to 3rd had we won. So a second season that exceeded expectations. But wait, there's something else. There's something else. Surely you haven't forgotten about the Liechtenstein Cup, have you? We had started our defence way back in October 2023 with a 4-1 win over our own reserves. Almost 6 months later, we booked our place in the final with a 4-2 win over Bolzers, and we would now face Eschen Moren in a repeat of last year's final. Our opponents proved tough to break down, with this Christian Dobras effort all we had to show for our first half dominance, and it would not be until stoppage time at the end of the game before we scored again, Dario Ulrich making sure of consecutive Liechtensteiner Cups and a return to the Conference League for next season. That winning goal would prove to be Dario Ulrich's last performance in an FC Vaduz shirt though, as his contract was running down and his agent made it abundantly clear he had no interest in signing a new one. However, our success this season had put the club in a strong financial position, and with a decent transfer and wage budget available for next year, you can expect a new face or two for season 3. Tunahan Cicek, by the way, was able to secure the Golden Boot, with that feat topping off a pretty good season to add to the timeline. Stay tuned to find out if we can keep this run going.